gorgeous? Does that funk have you feeling stuck? Have you questioning your purpose, or even yet having you asking if your best years are behind you? Girl, you have zero obligation to stay in that funk. This podcast is for women who want to get the funk out of here, who want to play bigger, ask for more, and step out of mediocrity. Imagine a life filled with lots of energy, excitement, and filled with spunk instead of that funk. This is the Unfunk Your Mind podcast. I'm your host, Crystal. Let's go! Hey, girlfriends. Thanks for listening and welcome back. Just a heads up that next week there won't be a new episode because I'm taking a break to immerse myself in the holiday magic and bask in the fun of the festive season. But don't worry, I've got a little something special for you today. A pre-holiday celebration to wrap up 2023 with a bang. It's time to revel in some well-deserved self-appreciation. So let's dive into a celebration of you. Yes, you, girl. Celebrate the courage you found in 2023. Your courage, your willingness to change. Think about all those moments, big and small, where you took a step on the path to becoming that incredible woman you aspire to be. Your courage deserves its own party. And here's a golden nugget of wisdom from my grandma. She used to say, don't let anyone fill your mind with hogwash. Now, for some of you that don't know, hogwash, it means nonsense. Don't let anyone fill your mind with hogwash, she said. In other words, don't let the enemy of doubt and negativity tell you that those moments of action were not a big deal, that anybody could do it. Sure, maybe others could, but the key is they don't. They didn't. Each courageous and bold move, regardless of how big or small, deserves its moment in the spotlight. So let's raise a glass to your courage, to saying no to hogwash, and to the incredible journey you're on. Now let's raise a glass to your strength, too. Strength gains from enduring the hard times, the hard circumstances, the hard situations, the mentally hard. Every tough time you endured added another layer to your resilience. Cheers to that. Life threw some curveballs your way, but guess what? You not only caught them, you also threw them back. Each ball you tossed back was a testament to the unyielding strength within you. Never underestimate your power and strength. You've always had it within you to throw the ball back. And here's to all the balls that you gracefully let go by because they weren't yours to throw back. It's like that ball machine that hurls challenges at you, and you practice hitting all of them. But over the last year, you've become discerning, recognizing the ones that aren't meant for you. In the past, you wanted to catch every ball and toss them back for yourself and everyone else too. However, you're evolving, becoming more aware of the ones you need to let pass you by. So here's to resilience, growth, awareness, and the unwavering power that is uniquely you. Now let's clink our virtual glasses in a resounding celebration of your extraordinary strength. Clink, clink. Oh, and celebrate all the things you learned from leaning in, from boldly facing the things that made your heart race, the things that made your palms sweat, and the things you were afraid to do but did it anyway. Those moments of stepping into the unknown have shaped you into the resilient, capable woman you are today. Let's raise our glasses to the wisdom gained from taking risks, to the golden nuggets of insight collected during those brave leaps. And when you go to celebrate this one, don't let the enemy sneak in with reminders of any perceived failures. Each stumble, each moment that didn't go as planned wasn't a failure. It was a lesson. Despite any setbacks, you're still one step closer to that woman you're becoming. You're not the person lying on the couch, not engaging with life. Your courage in taking risks isn't just helping you. It's lighting a path for others. You're the goal-getter, the one paving the way for others, encouraging them, showing them that it's okay to stumble. We know by now that everyone stumbles. And when the enemy tries to highlight the stumbles instead of your leaps forward, it's an attempt to limit your celebration. Leaning in and doing it anyway is inspiring. And when you stumble, getting back up is even more so. Making progress, being a better version of yourself than yesterday is never a bad step. Keep stepping and celebrate. Remember, not only are you training yourself to believe in you, but you never know who is watching you and becoming motivated by your resilience, your determination. Your journey is not just yours. It's a beacon of inspiration for others. So here's to leaning in. Cheers. Celebrating progress and being a force of inspiration for yourself and those around you. And speaking of celebrations, give yourself a high five for those instances where you exercise self-control. Remember those moments when someone was poking the bear and you consciously chose peace over instant pleasure? Those moments when you have aligned your response with your inner peace, your own well-being, values, and priorities? Over the past year, I've dedicated myself to this practice, especially in interactions with others, whether it's my husband, kids, or people in general. When faced with proverbial poking, instead of reacting impulsively, I've embraced what I call the 60-second rule. It's my way of deciding whether my response will add value to the moment or merely perpetuate the poking. If the provocation doesn't align with my values or priorities, perhaps it's not even worth the reaction. However, if it does touch on those crucial aspects, affecting my well-being, compromising my values, or interfering with my priorities, I take a moment to shape my response thoughtfully. That 60-second pause, my moment of reflection, has become a valuable tool for me, a win worth commemorating. Celebrate, girl! Now, I'm not going to let you forget all those moments when you exercise self-control. Yes, you. The enemy might try to sneak in and remind you of the times you slipped and let a response fly without exercising self-control. But it's important to recognize that no one is perfect. The more the enemy tries to emphasize your imperfections, the more it can dim your celebration. In my house, we celebrate progress over perfection. Our applause isn't just for the straight A report cards or the passing tests. It's about acknowledging progress. Celebrating perfection is a static goal. It implies a fixed standard that once achieved might limit your growth. So here's a virtual round of applause for your exceptional moments of self-control, a testament to your progress on your incredible journey. And as you revel in your celebrations, take a moment to reflect on the wild journey that led to the thing or things you're celebrating. Odds are that journey didn't unfold on a straight path. It was more like a roller coaster with twists and turns, zigs and zags, and of course, a fair share of turbulence. Those zigs and zags and unexpected detours often lead to the most rewarding destinations. Remember, it's the turbulent journeys that usually get the big celebrations because they demanded effort and intention. Soak it all in, savor the memories, and acknowledge the beauty of the winding path that brought you here. But here's a tip. Remember this one, because as we forge into the new year, it's tempting to want an overnight success story, to pivot and things just happen magically, to forget the obstacles, the zigs and zags as we embark on new journeys to celebrate. Spoiler alert, when you start a new journey or you take a new path, turbulence is just part of the deal. Sure, you're not starting over. You've got experience and wisdom from your prior journeys on your side. But that doesn't mean the new path will be a walk in the park. It's still going to be filled with twists and turns. Embrace the fun of it. Find the humor. I recall buying a house, excited to fix up the bathroom, and when we ripped up the floor, surprise, dirt. Dirt, ladies. I'm telling you, it was just plain dirt. The previous builders had simply laid laminate flooring right over the dirt. There was no support, just dirt. My brain wanted to dive into worry mode, like what else could be wrong? But eventually, it all turned out fine. Looking back, it's humorous because seriously, who does that? It's like a scene from the movie, perhaps something out of like The Money Pit with Richard Pryor. Zoom out sometimes. Zoom out of your own movie. Zoom out and picture the twists and turns in your journey as scenes in a movie. Most of them are likely to make you laugh or encourage you toward future progress because you persevered despite the circumstances. You've got a lot more life ahead, more journeys and excursions, so buckle up, Buttercup, because the ride is bound to be up and down, side to side, and celebrate, though, that you know how to shift with it. So ladies, as we celebrate all these victories, Remember that not every celebration needs to be tied to reaching a final destination. Sometimes the real triumph is in the progress. And let me share a little something that's been a source of celebration and humor in my life. Earlier this year, my dog and I had an interesting routine. Well, let's be honest, he was the one dictating the terms. Our walks were more like him walking me. He'd stroll along nicely until he spotted something move. A lizard, a bird, or even just the wind rustling the flowers. In the blink of an eye, my big Doberman transformed into a Jack Russell, pouncing up and down in the spot where he saw something move, trying to coax whatever it was to come out and play with him. Picture that. It was a comedy show on a leash. And there's more. When he decided to relieve himself on our walks, the excitement to keep walking got the better of him. He'd lift his leg, and well, let's just say he wasn't the best at finishing his business in one spot. Little sprinkles of joy, meaning pee, sometimes hit my leg or pants, and I'm pretty sure my shoes got their fair share too, although I couldn't always feel it. It was a walking adventure, to say the least. But here's the twist. Fast forward and we're doing better together. We're not the picture-perfect couple strolling side by side in perfect harmony. Nope, that's not us. But we are making progress. So here's to celebrating the steps forward, the growth in both of us, and the acknowledgement that we're all works in progress. And guess what? You don't have to wait for the stars to align for every box to be neatly checked off or to have the whole kit and caboodle to show for your efforts in order to celebrate either. Celebrate the progress, whether it's complete or not, because the real power lies in the journey, not just the destination. So cheers and celebrate moving forward with all the courage, resilience, and laughter that progress brings. Ladies, as we wrap up this year, don't let your reasons for celebration fly under the radar. For goodness sakes, even Santa gets tracked on radar. And so should your celebrations. Whether you're at a destination or in the midst of a thrilling work in progress, it's all worth celebrating. This holiday season, unwrap all your celebrations. Just like a child on Christmas morning, let your eyes be in awe of all that you have to celebrate. And as we finish out 2023, here's a simple reminder that you are doing more than great. You're not just crushing it, you're orchestrating victories. Nobody is navigating your journey better than you. Your path is uniquely designed, and every twist and turn is sculpting the sleigh ride that is your life. Your reindeer, those inner strengths and unique qualities, are not just excited but honored to continue this ride with you. Unwrap all your celebrations. Slay all day, because your adventures are far from over. And get ready to carry that excitement into the next year. Okay, ladies. Permissions to start unwrapping, and may you have the grandest celebration of all time. And in your celebrations, please know that I'm virtually celebrating with you, toasting to your bold actions as you unfunk your mind and stride confidently toward the incredible woman you are destined to become. Okay, ladies, it's time. Let's go!
Hey ladies, we're excited to celebrate with you. But before we celebrate, I want to remind you, my mom is not a doctor, my mom's not a psychologist, and this podcast is for motivational purposes only. Bye ladies, time to celebrate.
Before you go, Superwoman, I'd love it if you took a little action for me, like subscribe to my podcast and leave a review. Also, share the episode with a friend. And as a thank you, hit up my website, unfunkyourmind.com. That's right, unfunkyourmind.com to grab free journal prompts. Okay, ladies, now is the time to go unfunk your mind. Play bigger and ask for more. Open the door to possibility and cancel playing small. So get up and go.